Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys the race to Tavern 6. Now, it used to be Tavern 5, spam out some Murlocs, and then if you don't get Murlocs, you die. That was my basic game plan in probably way too many games in the past. Now, with the mid-range being more and more aggressive, it becomes harder to actually get to higher Tavern tier, but there becomes a point where if you actually go to 6 instead of 5, it's typically only possible with the best heroes in the game. But when you get one, you really need to be aware that this is a valid strategy. Going all the way up to 6, if you get an okay start, that is very good, because unlike Murlocs and trying to make something happen on 5, just being on 6 and picking Tavern 6 cards, it really kind of carries on their own. Most Tavern 6 cards are just strong standalone cards, so even if you miss for a build, you're typically going to be okay in terms of damage taken. Typically. It's Hearthstone after all, but it's worth going for. At least if you enjoy the playstyle. Hope you guys enjoyed the clip. We'll see you guys next time.
Mave. Let's go. Actually, I don't think I've ever played World of Warcraft with Anya. No, we never played WoW together, did we? Yeah, she played World of Warcraft, but I wasn't that interested at the time.
Hey, my favorite commander is back. Ready to get started?
No Murlocs, so we're gonna force dragons here. Is there... There's not a reform, so we can keep the main. I really like World of Warcraft. I think it's a very, very good game. Long history, good stuff, very respectable, all that. But I never enjoyed playing World of Warcraft casually. And when I stopped playing World of Warcraft, I didn't enjoy playing World of Warcraft hardcore either. And let me explain here. Pirate.
That one might make all the difference.
I really like raiding and playing for like, you know, 48 hours straight. When new raid comes out, everyone's at their peak. You know, you sign up for this is it. You know, everyone gives it their all. Try to come up with strats in a time to beat other guilds. Love it. Then go full PvE gear, smash down BG. Love it. Okay. I lost interest in that the moment that the best way to play was to have like 2 to 3 alts per player. That was a solid no for me. What's that? I don't know if that's still the case, but people started this alt craze in Ice Crown because you had limited attempts per boss, so you needed to be better at the bosses. So every single competitive guild started doing alt raids, every single one. And we did it too, and it didn't seem so bad at the time. But then all these guilds had like 2 alts each. And then the new content came out and it's like, oh hey, we have these alts, they're geared up. There's always class imbalance on boss encounters, because that's as designed. I'm not like, oh, Blizzard imbalance. No, I'm not talking about that. It's like you make a boss where melee is really good, and then you make a boss where like ranged spells are really good, and you make a boss where AoE is really good. That's how you have to make bosses, right? You have to do that. But then people realize that you're better off stacking slightly under-geared alts into a raid just to get more of the role that is good. So then the guilds that kept maintaining their like 2 alts per person were starting to do a lot better than those that didn't.
a recruit while you can.
So yeah, that was my point where I wasn't too into it. I actually played I played Diablo 3. That's how I started streaming. I played World of Warcraft for like, I don't know, 5 years. Okay, so back. I played this game that was better than World of Warcraft. It's called Dark Age of Camelot. It was an MMO. It was better in every way except community. It had like nobody playing it. So I was really good at that game, but then like, oh hey, I'm beating the same people in PvP now for like 2 years. So yeah, I'm like, okay, let's just see what this WoW thing is about. And I actually didn't like World of Warcraft that much. When I first played it, I played Warrior because all the famous players were warriors. Oh well, this must be a class that's really important to the raid. So okay, I'll be a warrior player. So then I played for, I don't know, I got to like level 45 and I'm like, yeah, playing a warrior and leveling up is fucking total shit. This game is horrible. I don't want to play this game anymore. So then I didn't play anymore. And then I saw this like hunter thing and I thought I'd try hunter before I quit. Let's just try a second class, just, you know, for whatever. And then I played a hunter and I never logged the warrior in again. I didn't log the warrior in for like a year and a half. I'm like, oh shit, this game's actually pretty good sometimes. So yeah, I loved playing a hunter. Playing a hunter is so good in the time that I played World of Warcraft. Oh shit. Gets the hit. Okay. So then I started playing World of Warcraft. I played for about 5 years total. About 3 of it was when I joined, it was the #1 guild in the US, Exodus. I love those guys. Those guys are awesome. Total fucking assholes, but they were great. They were great players. It was a lot of fun to play with them. Some of the best video gaming I've ever done in my life. Yeah. Yeah, I did some of the raid leading, but it was a time in my life where it was like the peak of my stomach issues and health issues. So I did my best, and that's when I started doing like YouTube content. And then Diablo 3 came out, and because I did recruiting for Exodus for 2 years, I called up all the best players I ever played with that didn't play World of Warcraft anymore. And those guys were the D3 team originally. Played D3. D3 was pretty good, but only because of difficulty. It was nearly impossible, but not quite impossible. And this perfect level of balance and challenge and reward was the only thing that made the game very good at the start. First patch ever in D3 halved the damage and health of monsters. So then we basically quit. And yeah, I was looking for a few games to play, tried a few things, and I ended up giving World of Warcraft another try. And I played with Midwinter, which is a very different guild than Exodus. Like, holy shit. They were, like, nice to people. But the weird thing is, after they'd be nice to people, the people wouldn't, like, they wouldn't suck. It's very weird. So, I really liked Midwinter. I was really impressed on how they handled things. But we got to a point where we beat all the content and they had 2 different alt raids, and it wasn't like required to play alts, but it's not cool to try to be one of the best guilds in the world and to slack, right? It doesn't work, because then you're like weighing everyone down. You're just a fucking asshole who like doesn't participate in like pushing the guild forward. So obviously I'm playing alts, and I was literally alt-tabbing and playing Path of Exile during the alt raids. I'm not even joking. I even streamed part of that. I'd like pull the boss and do like my big DPS rotation, tab out the Path of Exile, drop some spark totems. Then okay, back to the raid, pop some more cooldowns. Then drop some more totems, pick up some of the loot. PoE was much slower paced back then. So yeah, then I just had to quit. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't play World of Warcraft if it involved so many fucking alts. Okay, I need this to attack and that to not. Okay, we're good. Oh, we're not good. Okay, just go for one of... Shit. Where alt's important to pushing a guild? Okay, so you don't want that big of a roster. If raids require... Hold on, let me just do a good turn real quick. Okay, so I just talked about this. On any given boss fight, they don't like stack. It's not like, okay, in this boss fight, mages do 6,000% damage, so bring your mages! No, but the boss fights are like, this boss has an aura, and this aura does like 2,000 damage a second. So like, you can't bring that much melee, or else you have to bring too many healers, and then you can't do enough damage because you have too many healers in the raid. So what you have to do is you can have a few melee, but you have to have ranged. You need ranged for this fight. Also in this fight, in like phase 3.5, there's a fucking bunch of spiders that spawns from the sides, and you have to kill them before they blow up and wipe the raid. So you have to have like super high burst AoE. Okay, so what is not melee and has super high burst AoE? Mages and warlocks. Okay, so we have an even distribution of classes. How many mages and warlocks do we have? 4. Well, guess we're not killing this boss, boys. Pack it up, guys. This guild is fucking dead. Now, take that situation and you have everyone at 2 alts. Well, even if those alts are not as well geared as the mains, they're still going to perform better than people playing their shit classes for the boss fight. So you bring the alts in there, and suddenly you have like 12 mages and warlocks. And that's why alts are really important. I was hoping for some of the dragon synergy cards.
That'll do some damage.
Can you repeat the whole thing again? No.
For Blackwing.
Okay. Oh, also, yeah, funneling loot was a thing back then. Don't hit the 7. Oh my god. I might. No, I can't die. No, it's just not possible to die. We're good. We're good. Is this gonna be on the test? Yeah.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Hardcore guilds had it worse. I'm talking about hardcore guilds. I know funneling loot and all that shit. Yes. Yes, yes. There's more perks to alt, but that is the primary one. This is like a little late, but okay.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Yeah, there's no murlocs, so getting some attack on that is pretty good. I think I'm dead here. Exodus was #1 guild in the US when I joined it, but they had just transferred after they became #1 guild in the US, and they lost the number of their players, so we had to rebuild a little bit. Exodus hovered between 1st and 3rd top guild in the US for the next like 3 years. Typically, we were rivaled with Vodka and Premonition. We never got invited to BlizzCon because the BlizzCon raid event, it was the #1 guild in the world, and then the opposite region other faction. And even though at times we were the #1 guild in the US, we were never #1 guild in the world at the end of a content season. Oh, sweet. Because Insidia and Paragon were. And the problem with that is Insidia and Paragon...
Go big
Hold
or
on.
go home, I always say. The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Insidia and Paragon were Horde, always. So they'd always invite fucking Vodka.
Hire one of these recruits.
Even though sometimes they were like 8th best in the US, they were still the best alliance guild.
I didn't like that one.
Fucking Vodka,
Go
dude.
for the trouble.
Alright.
The odds are in my favor. Need a drink?
Defensive systems online.
Why is Alliance shit? No, Alliance is not shit. Alliance is just not as cool as Horde. So, there weren't as many hardcore badass gamers playing World of Warcraft in Alliance because it was just more lame. As a result, the better guilds were Horde on every single region at nearly every point at which I played World of Warcraft, and I am not even joking. Alliance has been worse than Horde in terms of PvE from Burning Crusade onward. Okay. Right. Racial abilities in Legion ruined Alliance. Okay. You kidding me with that? I guess he's still dead, so who cares? Alright, for real though, for real, for real. Why would you play one of the richest fantasy MMOs
Pressure.
and then play a fucking human? Come on, man. Night elves. Oh, sorry. Human with pointy ears.
Another satisfied.
Dwarves? Yeah, short humans. Are we still going here? I don't think you want to keep going. Alright.
A good tactical choice.
Gnomes, baby humans. Draenei? Draenei were cool. You guys can have Draenei. Draenei were cooler than Blood Elves. Blood Elves are fucking lame. But it wasn't so much that. It was like Blizzard was like, it looks like Horde is just like 99 times cooler than Alliance is 1. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give Horde a shit-looking human, and we're gonna give Alliance the cool one. You think they'll buy it? Yeah, Bob, they'll buy it. Alright, let's run it. So they ran it. You actually like Blood Elves? I mean, every faction has some appeal to it. Every race has some appeal to it. Like, let's be real, Alliance is like human done 12 different ways, and all of those ways are done pretty well, but they're just not as cool as like Space Goats and fucking Tar and shit. They're just not as cool. And like, no one's ever gonna convince me otherwise.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Cool is subjective. Oh, okay.
Systems online.
Pivot to Pogos. The coolest Hearthstone tribe. Or like the actual tribes. I think they did mechs really well. I don't know if you guys realize, but like there were a lot of death rattles before mechs even existed. But somehow we attribute both death rattles. Actually, no, we attribute 3 things to mechs. The magnetic shit, which is definitely just mechs, the divine shields, and the death rattles. Nice pogo comp. It's my best pogo comp ever. Wow, no taunts. East. That was a bit of a bust attack. So was that. Okay. Yeah, I'm winning this, but it's really hard to kill him. Yeah, it's not possible to kill him anymore. Wait, I might actually lose with that attack. Holy shit. That is actually the worst attack RNG possible there. Okay. Oh no, we're good. We're good now. Okay. Oh my god. Dude, I would have lost if it was like one slight death rattle minion better. 3%? Shit. This is kind of where chat loses their mind.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble. Your Down a minion and up a goal.
Yeah, he has no taunts, and his first attacker is a reborn Goldrin. So if the reborn Goldrin hits this, it doesn't trigger and doesn't get reborn, so he gets totally fucked. Yeah. Oh, he hits the second one. Okay. Okay, dude. Stop trying to claw your way back in this game. It's not gonna happen. Alright. Crazy as hell risk speed run to 6 playing dragons pays off. 3 health. Easy peasy, no sweat. Point oneer. Oh boy.